All right, welcome y'all to another episode of Garner Station, our occasional podcast produced by the town of Garner. Today, I am happy to have with me Rita Hines, who is going to talk with us about the Backpack Buddies program that through the years in Garner has helped so many school children and families in our community. Rita, I think a lot of folks know you as a business person, a well-known business person in town, and a member of civic groups, and but one of your passions has been the Backpack Buddies program.
That's correct.
Yeah. So first of all, why don't you introduce yourself though to maybe folks who don't know you?
I'm Rita Hines. I am part of the family that works at Garner Appliance and Mattress. My father started the business as Garner TV and Appliance back in 1977. My brother and I are now running it along with our partner Randy Pleasant. Just a small town girl, I guess. Still living in Garner all these years.
But like so many people in our community, you do give back and you're very active in the community. And we're here to talk, largely about Backpack Buddies. So can you tell us about the program and, broadly, and because I think there's some folks who are not familiar with it.
Okay, so we'll start. The Garner Backpack Buddies program started with the Garner Mid-Day Rotary Club. We had a school social worker come be a program one day, and she told us the need of students in her two schools that she covered that actually had their nutrition from the food that was served at breakfast and lunch. So we decided to help fund a program in her two schools to get food sent home on Fridays.
Because, like you say, there are so many students who are really dependent on those school meals. And you mentioned that it was a school nutritionist who came and spoke to Midday Rotary.
It was a social worker.
A social worker. And how long ago was that?
That was about 12 years ago. At that time, we committed to her two schools, and since then, we have raised over $500,000, and we've grown into 8 schools, all 8 of the Garner schools.
Wow. So all 8, is that all 8 of the elementary schools? Or
yes, just the elementary schools.
Yeah. Well, you say it's supported by Midday Rotary. Are there other groups that have come together to help it?
Yes. We could not do it without all of the people and the other organizations that help us. The Garner Mid-Day Rotary Club partnered with Lord of Life. The church, we used to meet there. That's where we were meeting at the time. And we have a team that's led by Mary Cook. She still coordinates and places all the orders for us. The Rotarians pick up the food and we deliver it back to the food pantry, and then Able to Serve comes in and sorts and packs the bags up, and then a team of volunteers who are retired teachers mostly who actually understand the needs of these kids, they actually go and deliver to the schools. So it's a big program.
And so on a given say a given week, how many backpacks might you fill?
So we do 140 backpacks per week, and that's all we can do due to constraints for our pantry size and the manpower. We just don't have the manpower or the pantry size to do more.
And what might a recipient get in one of these backpacks? Is it all non-perishables? Are there?
Mostly they do. So Mary plans the menus, and it changes every couple of weeks. And she has a whole system back there of you're getting 1 week you may be getting spaghetti sauce and pasta, and cereal and little nutritional bars, and then another week you're getting peanut butter and jelly, and we always have vegetables, canned vegetables, beans, and little enchilada sauce and tortillas. So it's a variety, but it's just to get them through the weekend. And we also do some snacking, like if there's a need for snacks, we'll try to send snacks as well.
And you mentioned Mary Cook, and we were speaking beforehand a little bit. So I think a lot of folks might know Ms. Cook and might know her son too, right?
Yes, Drew Cook, who's the famous principal. Well, he's gone from Garner High, but he was a very beloved principal at Garner Magnet.
Yeah. we talked about the need and the number of children who are helped, on average per week. How about when school's out? Because we have the multi-track schools, and of course there's summer for traditional calendar. I mean, there's times when the kids aren't in school. Are you able to sustain that program somewhat during the breaks?
So not really, because it's hard to get the kids back to the school. But what we did about 6 years ago is we came up with a track out box for the schools that are due year round. And so there's a little bit bigger and more items in it to try to cover a little bit of the track out. And then we do summer boxes for traditional calendar schools. And again, we can't cover everything, but Wake County has programs that the children can go get food from. I think they're called summer meal programs, and the families are eligible, most of them, to go get food from there.
So when you first started doing this work, were you surprised by the magnitude of the need? I feel like food insecurity is often kind of invisible
Yes,
to us.
I'm still surprised. I mean, I continue to be surprised by the need in our community. In Garner, North Carolina, we have that many homeless or food insecure children. Again, we're doing 140 kids, and we're not even touching all of them. There are other programs that have to come in, like Interfaith Food Shuttle, to help support the other kids.
And of course, we've been dealing with the pandemic past couple of years, and that's created some economic dislocation. Have you seen a spike in the need during COVID?
Well, COVID certainly made it more challenging for us, and we couldn't get to schools, and schools, the kids weren't in school most of the time, so we weren't able to do the backpack program during that time. But we did partner with Amy White with the Community of Hope, who we helped support her pantry, because we raised a lot of funds the year before, and we didn't want to see that money go to waste. So what we ended up doing was giving her money to support her pantry, and she also had some alternative type educational things that she was doing with kids who are out of school. So we helped fund some of that.
That's great. And that's Community of Hope Ministries for folks who may not be
That's
so
correct.
familiar with that, and that's run by Amy White.
Yes, and they're located in the First Baptist Church.
Yes. You also mentioned another partnership with another nonprofit that some folks in town probably know pretty well, and that's the Able to Serve nonprofit. Can you describe a little bit what they do and what they're about?
Yes, Able to Serve is a Garner-based nonprofit organization whose mission is to provide vocational training for disabled adults, and they teach life experience opportunity. They want to teach them life experiences. And the Carlton McDaniel, who actually started Able to Serve, or the founder, he wanted to work with us for a really long time, but the logistics were just so challenging. And then they actually took up residence at the Lord of Life, where we were doing everything. And so that's where our opportunity to work with them really changed. And they started providing help for us by originally they were doing the shopping too. That was a good way for them to learn. And then through COVID and through their growth, they've grown so much, they've stopped doing that. So the Garner Mid-Day Rotary Club does the shopping now, to pick up the food, and then they actually bag it, sort it, and get it ready for Mary's team to deliver.
Okay.
And it really, it's a blessing to us, because we couldn't do what we were doing without them, and it's surely a blessing to them. We go pack with them some, and the participants really enjoy it.
And you've mentioned Midday Rotary. Do you want to give a plug for folks who might want to get involved or at least attend a meeting and learn more?
Of course, the Garner Mid-Day Rotary. I love the Garner Mid-Day Rotary Club. I love all Rotary clubs, but the Garner Mid-Day Rotary Club, we meet Tuesdays at 12:30 p.m. at Logan's, and it's generally an hour, so most people get lunch. So come have lunch on us one day. We have a speaker. It's a small meeting, and we have a speaker usually that lasts about 15-20 minutes. They're usually very interesting. And it's just a good way to get to know some other people in Garner, some other business owners, bankers, all sorts of people, and, get to know them and work with them doing some good things in the community.
And what are some of the other things that the Rotary Club is doing these days?
So our big thing is our fundraising event because we do have to raise about $65,000 a year to sustain the Backpack Buddies program, and we do some Garner scholarships at the high school level, and so we do a Bling Gala. And it's very exciting. It is April 1st this year, and it's at the Grand Marquis Ballroom back at behind Amphisa's Jewelers. And it's April Fool's Day this year, so our theme is Hungry Kids Are No Joke. Tickets are available through BidPal, which is the website www.bidpal.net/bling2022 or 2022. And the link can be found on our Facebook page as well. And the Bling Gala is a fun night. It is a black tie optional. You get dressed up. We have dinner and hors d'oeuvres and dancing, and just it's a really good time. We have a really good band that comes and really good food, and it's a great way to give back.
So, during COVID, there were a couple of years, I guess, where you couldn't have the gala, the Bling Gala, and so you came up with some other creative ideas for Facebook Live, I understand, to try to raise some money.
Yes, my friend Dina McDonald, who is my partner in crime, as we call it, she had some good ideas, and she actually just said, let's ask people for money. We were unable to do any sort of fundraising for 2 years. So in November, we hosted all sorts of asking people for money type things. We did silly things on Facebook with Facebook Lives. We did a virtual wine pool, dressed all in our formal gowns. We did, just all sorts of things. And through that, we were able to raise quite a bit of money.
And you say silly things. Are there, what else did y'all do besides the wine pool?
Well, Dina and I and our friend Kelly, we enlisted our friend Kelly as well. We did a infomercial type thing to raise some money and raise awareness of Backpack Buddies, because we were given 3 ways to actually raise money or to give money. And so I'm a big infomercial buff. I can't resist watching one and buying things off of infomercials. I'm a sucker. And so we did that, and you could probably find it on Facebook somewhere. But it was a little silly and fun, but we want to make people laugh, even though it is a very serious situation. Making people laugh and getting their, interest in something we're doing, no matter what it may be, to get that attention on the actual cause. That's very important.
And so I think in some of our conversation beforehand, you mentioned too that your kids have gotten involved in some of this work. Can you tell us about that?
I have 3 kids. I have twin boys that just graduated high school, and I have a daughter who's a junior in high school. And we've been doing it since they were little, so they've come along and shopped with us. They have unloaded at the food pantry. They have packed backpacks with us, the summer packs. So they definitely understand the need of. I'm glad they're aware. They understand that they're very fortunate that they have food every single day, and understand that there are some children who do not. And that's very important to me, because I want their eyes to be open, and, for them to see that there are needs out there, and they're not the only thing out there. That kids can be a little self-centered sometimes. So you want to ground them.
That's great. That's great. And are there other ways that folks can help the Backpack Buddies program? Are there?
Yes.
Yeah.
They can help us with shopping, or they can help us with unloading and getting the pantry filled, or delivering to schools, and of course money. We always need money.
So where can folks go to get more information?
They can go to our website, which is www.garner-mid-day-rotary.org, or again, our Facebook page has information, and you can get through it, get through to us either way.
And if you're searching on Facebook, would I just search Garner Mid-Day Rotary
Club,
and it'll come up?
And we should come right up.
Results. Excellent. I feel like all throughout our area, and I live down in Johnston County, I know the needs for the students are really very serious, and they become probably more pressing during COVID, and just really appreciate this program, because I know it means so much for kids to help get them through the weekends and put them on the path to hopefully a better future. Is there anything else you'd like to add that you think the community should know about?
I'd just like to thank all our partners, our volunteers, and donors who have helped us grow and sustain this program over the years. Garner is an amazing and resourceful community, and anytime we ask for help, they're always willing to help. And that's just a huge example of, how we are really a great community and a great place to be. That's our little
Yeah.
our little sign there.
Yep,
Garner, a great place to be.
it's our tagline, and a matter of fact,
For sure.
it's on this shirt today. So, Rita, we appreciate all that you do, and the Rotary and the Backpack Buddies program, and their really innovative partnership with Able to Serve is just sounds great. So again, before we sign off, do you want to give one more reminder about the event coming up on the 1st? So
Yep, the
folks can-
event is April 1st, and you can purchase your tickets at, the easiest way is just go to our Rotary Facebook page. We're constantly posting about it. You can buy tickets, you can sponsor a table, you can be a sponsor, you can sponsor a child, you can do however. It runs about $3.25 to feed one child for one school year. So, it's pretty easy to get a few people together and come to the event and sponsor a kid, and you're going to have a great time. You're going to enjoy it. And who doesn't need a night out after the last 2 years we've had?
Yeah, very well said. Rita, thanks. And I think with that, we'll sign off with this episode of Garner Station. You can look for our episodes on our YouTube channel, the Town of Garner YouTube channel. The podcast itself, too, is available on all your podcasting platforms, wherever you get your podcasts. And thanks for tuning in, and we'll check in with you next time on Garner Station. Take care, y'all.